My name's Alyssa. I'm originally from Baltimore, and I've been coming to Hoboken Grease since 2018. I was raised within a Christian household, and I was always taught to have faith in God, and I was raised in the Bible, but I don't think I really ever followed God. I don't think I really ever exercised my faith. I just kind of said, yeah, I believe in God, and did things right and did other things not right, and just kind of went with it. I was living here for 3 years until I just kind of felt like I wanted to kind of expand a little bit more on my faith. And I just Googled like non-denominational church in Hoboken, and Hoboken Grace came up. So I went and I loved it, and the energy was great. And, I felt really good about it, but I wasn't like really in it. Like I went, but I kind of went here and there, kind of like lived my own life, and just felt like when I wanted to go, I would go. Didn't build any community. I didn't think I needed any community. So it wasn't until 2 years ago I started dating someone, and we fell in love really fast, and everything was great, and a lot of things lined up in what I wanted in like a future husband, but faith was not the first thing on that list. It wasn't till about a few months while we were living together, I just kind of had like almost like a spiritual breakthrough where I just felt like I wanted to kind of continue our relationship on another level and just kind of like faith-based. Part of that was waiting to have sex, which sounds weird when you've already lived with the person, and obviously that wasn't how we started our relationship, when it was all very new to him. And while this was all going on, there were certain things happening in our relationship that didn't seem right, and I was kind of confused by it, and I thought it was all happening because I stopped the sex in our relationship, but I ended up finding out that he had an addiction. And I had no idea, that was going on. And, he was struggling and didn't have, he was under the control of the drug, so he wasn't opening up to me about it. But it was a blessing because not only did I find out about it, but he was able to go seek help that he needed. But while this was all happening, I felt very alone. I felt ashamed. I felt like I had no one to turn to. I didn't know who I could trust. I needed like an outlet, and I needed people to be on my side. And I just kept thinking about Hoboken Grease. So I started volunteering, and I met some great people doing that. And I was doing that for about 6 months, but I needed more. I always heard things about dinner groups. Like I didn't know really what it was. And then I just kind of, got to a point where I was like, I feel like I need to do this. Like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it. And if it doesn't work out, like no big deal. So I signed up for a dinner group. I started going, and the very first meeting that we had just solidified everything. It was like God handpicked these people and put us in a group. And I had zero intentions of opening up on the first meeting, the first meetup, and I felt the pull from God to open up about my situation with my ex and like what I was going through. I hadn't moved out yet. I found out about the addiction, but I didn't know like where I was gonna go. I didn't even know that I was gonna leave him really. It was like a very scary time. And, I just kept thinking, this can't be my life. Like, this can't be it. And when I opened up to them, like, it changed everything. Once I realized I had that support through these women, I was like, this is it. Like, I know what I need to do. And I have it now. And it just, everything just came together perfectly. And then 2 months later, like, I moved out. I separated from my ex, and it just completely changed my life. And then from there on, now I'm fully committed, and not only to God and in my journey, but also I know I did the right thing, and I had that support system to back me, and that was everything. Because I felt so alone and I felt like there was no way out, that really just changed the trajectory of like my path and my journey with God. And I know I'm on the right path, like I just know I am, and it just feels so good, and I'm so content in that, and I'm just excited to see like what else God has for my future.